All right, hi George. My name is Chandler, as I mentioned before. I'm just going to come on and explain to you, exactly what I do. That I created a business solely around creating websites for businesses, doing SEO for businesses, which stands for search engine optimization, and I do lead generation for myself. So I'm going to kind of go through and explain those, kind of what they mean and what I do during the process. So building a website, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I go through whatever business it is that I'm creating for the client. Whatever they want. Usually, they'll give it to me to go from beginning to end, and then give them the domain after that, which the domain is like www.example.com. The example would really be whatever the business is. So that's what a domain is, if you didn't know that. But what I do with SEO is that say it can be done with either a new domain, as in a new website I created, or an existing website. So I would go through and um, optimize the website, as in say a website struggling on page 5. The business owner isn't getting much business from the actual website. So I would go through and optimize the website to rank it to number one, because on websites that are number one, when you search whatever you're searching for, that top spot is very valuable real estate. In a sense, it's virtual real estate that's very valuable, that can get you a lot of business being up there. So what I and then I do local lead gen, which is I will build a website around a business, and that website brings in leads to me after I rank it. And then after it's ranked and it's bringing in leads, then I redirect those leads to businesses and then help them out, as also getting paid a small fee, which is helpful for me. But I'm going to show you one of the kind of the basic layout. This is actually one of my Legion sites I put up not too long ago. It's a concrete contracting company. So it's Dayton Concrete Contractors in Dayton, Ohio. So this is the basic layout of pretty much all of my sites. Now there is some instances where a certain company will not, depending on if they have products, or this form might be different. But Google, whenever you're going into rank, I don't know if you have an existing website or not, but if you're going into rank, Google, the two main factors of ranking are authoritative content about the subject and backlinks. So whenever you go onto one of my websites, it's going to have between 1,000 to 1,200 words on the front page or on the home page, and Google loves this, and then this is what makes you rank even higher. So you see that there is a lot of great authoritative content on this page, which helps me rank higher, and also helps inform people of, at Dayton Concrete Contractors, we help meet all of your driveway needs, all the services. And then up here, I actually have service pages. So when building out a website, whatever you prefer, or whatever the business owner prefers, they usually give it to me to do from beginning to end, and this is the basic layout. Now we can change it up, doing whatever you want to do, but usually it includes the home page with all the content, services with the two to three service pages, and then a contact us page, which isn't. Uh, and then whenever I go into, I'm going to explain more on SEO. So whenever I build up and put this website out on the actual web, to be ranking, I go through and do a backlink process, which is, it can get tedious sometimes, but I mean, you have to do it to bank. So what backlinking is it's pretty much saying that that's a vote. So say I had 15 backlinks to a website such as this website, the backlink is pretty much saying that that website is authoritative towards this subject. So if I backlink to another concrete blog page, then that blog page will say that this website is authoritative about concrete, and then so it will in turn rank the website higher in the search engines. So I put this website up probably 2 weeks ago. So when you're doing a search engine optimization, depending on um, how competitive the niche is, or the company is, or the market, it will rank either faster or slower, just depending on. Now, for ranking factors, you will there's keywords that play a huge part in it. So whenever somebody searches concrete contractors Dayton, Ohio, or just Dayton concrete contractors Dayton, then my website will be the first one to pop up. So since I put it up 2 weeks ago, it's still building up that trust and still building up there. So I checked on it, and we are on the page 5. You see I'm highlighted on page 5 right here on page 5 only after 2 weeks, which is really good. Typically it takes longer than that, but then I'm predicting hopefully between a month to a month and a half, I will be either on the top of page 2 or hopefully in the middle of page 1, which up here, this is very valuable real estate, like virtual real estate. So this is my goal to get up to. That's my goal with every single website and every single SEO project, which I do not. It just takes time. The time is the long, tedious part, which kind of gets annoying sometimes. But as long as staying consistent with it, this is definitely not a problem. And then I also do these are called GMBs, or they call this the map pack, which this pretty much tells you where your business is, your directions. I'm sure you've seen this several times, but uh, I go in and optimize this. Believe it or not, it's actually pretty tough and time consuming to optimize one of these sites to be or one of these GMBs to be up at the top, because unfortunately these can be suspended, these can be taken off, and then it's a hassle to get them back up and stuff. But once you're up here in one of these top 3 spots, but guaranteed this spot with my company, we will be able to get anyone up to this spot. All it takes is time and then hard work, which definitely that's something we strive for. But nobody can mess with this spot. So I'm going to show you kind of how, like, the stats for this spot, kind of what you got to do to get to a spot like this. So we're going to go to so this right here is just 25 best concrete contractors. This is just it's from Home Advisor. So we're actually going to go to the first actual business site. So this is the business site. It's down here, right here. That's their homepage. So we're going to click on it, and I will show you kind of what this means, or kind of what we would have to do to overcome this site and overcome those other sites to be number 1 on this page. So I have a tool that's called Mangles. So we're going to copy, this is called the URL. We're going to copy the URL and put it in a backlink checker, which this is, backlinks is the votes. So he has a citation flow of 22 and a trust flow of 0, which a trust flow is basically saying that this is how much trust and authority this site has, which is 0. It's not very much. And citation flow is pretty much just putting the site out there saying this business is here. This is just a citation flow. This doesn't really do a whole lot for the business. It's the trust, or the website. The trust flow is really what amps up the website. So right now, since I just started on, let me find it, just started on this one, it will be around the same, but I'm doing, I have forms and strategies I go about that I'm putting backlinks to this daily, and that I do to all of my sites. I go through and I have a strategy where I put 1 backlink a day on each site, which in turn over time, which that's exactly what search engine optimization does, is it just takes time. So over time, 30 to 60 days, there's 60 backlinks, 30 to 60 backlinks, which in turn just make it rank faster and consistently rank. Now, on the backlinks, this is what matters: trust flow, the citation flow, mostly the trust flow, but this is what really gets your website up to the top. So, say a website, if I put a link on my website that has a good trust flow, say a trust flow of 15, a citation flow of 20, then it will give good metrics onto my site, which makes it more authoritative. But if, say, I link uh, somebody backlinks, or I backlink my website to somebody else's, and I have these kind of metrics, then my site will in turn do nothing for their site because I do not have any trust flow or any citation flow at the moment. I'm constantly working on that every day. But say you go to somebody's site like this where it's been around, I have a tool where I can even show you the date of when this, and time matters. So the age of this is 2013, and you cannot really beat out the age. So this is why I have to go on. Look, he only has one do follow backlink, which a do follow backlink means that it registers. There's a difference between a do follow backlink and a no follow backlink, but the do follow backlink is the one that shows up. No follow backlink is the one that doesn't show up. So that's what that means. And so every day I constantly work on backlinking to all of my websites, my clients' websites, my own websites, and I have a two-person team that is constantly backlinking every single day. And we use this tool to go on and backlink. And I even have keyword tools to do the highest search keywords. So if concrete contractors Dayton is getting searched 1,200 times a month, and concrete work needed is getting searched say like 600 times a month, my main keyword is going to be concrete contractors Dayton, since it gets searched the most, which means that my website will pop up at the number one spot the most. So that means there's more customers coming in. Now I can still put concrete work needed, which it's somewhere on here. Let me find it. Right here, concrete work needed, which Google does know that this is here. So I'm ranking for this keyword as well. So all the 1,200 searches a month are going to go to this site, and the 500 searches. So that's kind of what that means. Whatever business you have, or we will be able to create a website for it. We will be able to rank you to the number one spot, which in turn leads all of the business in your geographical area to you, which beats out your competitors. And then this online stuff, it is very, it's overlooked a lot, which and it brings a lot of businesses. I see it all day, every day, a lot of business. So this is kind of this is the SEO proposal. I will have a different, if you have an existing website, this is what we will look at. But this is pretty much just me showing you what I'm doing, and I will send you a weekly screencast or a monthly screencast of kind of what I've done, and I list out all the backlinks I do, all the keywords I've done. I make sure that you are in the loop of what's going on. So this is what goes on the on-site SEO. It's meta descriptions. This is down in the technical stuff. And then off-site, which is such as backlinks, number of quality inbound backlinks, which that means the backlinks. On-site this is all of the stuff you saw on this website. This is all of this from beginning to end. And then the technical SEO is, how fast your site loads, which you need it to be fast. How friendly is it mobile, which needs to be friendly because like 50% of the searches are going to be on mobile. Crawlability is a Google thing. Meta security is a Google thing, and then secure forms, which means this is the customer's information will not be leaked out, and which we do that as well. We secure those forms as secure as possible. So if you're interested, then I'm looking forward to getting on a call to you to talk to you more. Thank you.